You can be a lover or a fighter, whatever you desire. Life is like a runway and you're the designer. Wings of a butterfly, eyes of a tiger. Whatever you want, baby, choose your fighter. I know this world can be a little confusing, no walk in the park, but I can help you solve the riddle. You're perfect as you are. If you wanna break out of the box, wanna call all of the shots. If you wanna be sweet or be soft, then go off. If you wanna go 6-inch flat, wanna wear hot pink or black, don't let nobody tell you you can't, 'cause you can. You can be a lover or a fighter, whatever you desire. Life is like a runway and you're the designer. Wings of a butterfly, eyes of a tiger. Whatever you want, baby, choose your fighter. Choose your fighter.
Live from the ever-traveling man-to-man studio in Studio K, you have tuned in to the Generation Evolution. And hey, we have a new set. Look at that. It's professional. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, and heard on Apple Podcasts. Don't worry about that. We're fine.
Do wheeling chair. We like wheeling chair. Probably always gonna
So that you're here, headsets aren't working properly. What are you doing?
yeah, fun fact. This is just for show. I could do this.
Wait, wait, tell me this is not coming out.
It is.
Let's start with the Barbie movie.
Barbie's Magical Adventure Horse Trail thing. What? I swear to God, it's a real game, but it's
I
not.
know what you said.
It's Barbie's Horse Adventure, whatever it's called. There you go.
Barbie's Horse Adventure?
I don't know how the game is. I know it's something. It's Barbie and horses. That's all I remember.
Wow, I don't even know what you're talking about.
He said video game, and I was like, okay, I should have said the Barbie video game. Yeah, there actually is one.
So, yeah, there's kind of a weird delay on my screen here. I'm just trying to figure out why. But I looked on the connection, and the connection's fine. So we're fine. We are absolutely fine. I'm looking on the screen. So we are absolutely fine. So, normal today. Number one, because of the tech issues we're having to get started. And number two, because I don't feel like going head to head with Collision tonight. Yep. So, even though for some reason some people don't know what time the show started, even though I told them.
I was about to ask, can you tell us when Collision starts?
I want to say 7 o'clock, literally right after we're going to be done here. So, but I had a note in my phone for some reason to say something about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Huh?
I had a note in my phone based on something that was going on at this table last night.
Oh.
So what the hell was going on in here last night?
Okay. Story time.
It's just story time, not flashback time.
So do it again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to teach this one right here how to play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Why?
I jokingly brought it up, and he said sure. And now, as the determined person I am, I'm determined to at least teach him the basics of Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm so Christian. I really am.
And you know what's funny? He actually knows a little bit. He knows there's magician cards.
Wow. Even I know that.
And there's monsters.
Even I know that. Like, damn.
I mean, you've played.
I had to play a lot with you, right?
And I'm trying to teach this one.
I mean, miserably, but I still played.
Maybe a couple times.
Yeah, because I got lucky.
Still one. And I'm trying to teach this one.
Life Force.
Life points.
Sorry.
Points, not life force. That's something completely different.
Life force is an anime move, I swear to God.
So, all right.
Anyways, yes, I'm trying to teach you one Yu-Gi-Oh! I'll let you know how this goes Sunday.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Don't they have a book that's like...
Yeah, it's very...
Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's called the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
TV show.
Dummies?
It's called the TV show.
No,
It's called the TV show.
do not go by the TV show.
It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a
No.
joke.
For logistically, do not go by the TV show because they make up shit half the goddamn time. It's very funny, entertaining, but it doesn't make no goddamn sense.
It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a good
We have so everyone, our new mascot for the Generation Evolution is the Red Magician. What's the Blue Magician?
It's gonna be a fucking blooper out there.
Can we make some fan art of that, please?
It's gonna be a blooper for
And then
sure.
Red Joe, he's like, how you doing?
Okay.
That's so creepy.
That was for friends. Let's get to the news. We have a few news items we have to cover.
Okay.
So, news for today. You know what I mean? Like I always do. And all of a sudden, Minor is being bumped by some big announcement on Sirius XM. And for those who don't know, Busted Open airs on Sirius XM every single day. It's a very distinct talk show hosted by Dave LaGreca, Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, and Mark Henry. With some special and other people, I can't think of them all. But they're all on that's the host Busted Open. But it's a daily wrestling radio show. It's been going on for about a decade. But anyway, so this morning there was breaking news off Sirius XM that having to do with Fight Nation and how to do yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh no, it's big news.
Okay.
It's actually good news,
Okay.
big news.
Because when you just say news on a radio station, that can go one of the ways.
Well, they're expanding.
Ooh.
Their network is expanding. It is now going to be called. It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. It's taking delay on the screen here, but it is. I'm looking up in my notes here. It's going to be Wrestling Nation 24/7.
Ooh.
It is now going to be a station on Sirius XM starting on July 1st.
Am I too close to the mic?
I can hear you perfectly fine.
Just you don't want to be like.
No,
too
you're actually fine.
July 1st?
July 1st on Sirius XM is going to be the station is going to be called Wrestling Nation 24/7. They'll have buses and shows from the likes of Sam Roberts, Peter Rosenberg, Jonathan Coulton, Matt Cardona, and WWE's Natalia.
Why Natalia?
I have no idea, but it's all live radio shows at a 24-hour radio station for pro wrestling.
Actually.
Yes.
That's a very big. Some injury news that's happening. There's actually three injuries. One actually let's change.
Oh my
On
god.
the next session. Chad is out going shoulder surgery.
Oh, what the
So Chad Gable and Connor both going to be written off television for a
Oh,
while.
what happened to Grande Macano?
Shoulder surgery. Shoulder surgery.
He missed the moonsault.
This morning.
Oh, Grande missed the what is he called? The headbutt.
The diving headbutt.
He missed it and he just landed on his shoulder.
Don't talk about that. That was a lot of the problem with this man was. So don't even joke about that. Big news. Kevin Owens was on Cody. You want to hear two friends?
In storyline, they wanted to kill you.
But in the real world, they're literally best friends. Close friends.
You know,
And KO had a filter in the real. Like Kevin Steen has no filter at all.
his real name is Kevin Steen.
Yes, he has no filter.
I gotta say one thing though. What makes better is when you're friends and just say shit to each other, and nothing will happen.
But he gave up to his injury.
Oh.
He gave up to his injury. He has not had surgery. He'll be having surgery in July. So he will be having spinal surgery.
Was the spinal problems coming from the ladder match that he had?
He's had these problems in January.
Ooh, fuck.
And the two matches with couldn't help things. But apparently, right before Mania, he explained he was told you cannot get hit anymore or you could die. So that's why he was written off everything. And then
and because knowing if the consequence wasn't dying, you know damn
Oh,
well
100%,
he would
yeah.
still go. If that's out of line, you have to take serious precautions.
So what happened though? The initial scans was he had his neck and everything was too swollen to have surgery, which is why he was able to participate in the fan fest and everything else. He would walk around.
Actually,
By the way, Tom Kevin Owens is walking around the fan fest just wearing a John Cena t-shirt, which is one of the funniest things I've ever had. But anyway, so we have it in July, and hopefully in surgery he has no clue. He could be out in at least another year. So news came out of that. And now for all you who follow our Substack and I will actually put the interview up. You can watch the interview. And it's definitely really a lot of fun. Go watch the interview or listen to the interview. It was a lot of fun.
so they had a few libations.
KO hadn't drank in years, and he drank on this. They were sitting in the back of a speakeasy and drank. It's But,
I'm just gonna stop you right there.
so the last injury is Noam Dar. Seriously got hurt.
Again?
We don't know what's going on, but Ava on Tuesday's show said Noam Dar was hurt in Heritage Cup after he just won the Heritage Cup.
How many times has this man won the damn cup and then lost?
Well, this is the fourth time he was champion of the cup. So,
Fucking hell.
but we had a rounds match because it was Noam Dar versus Channing Tatum on Tuesday. It was changed that the Channing Tatum comes over his opponent D'Angelo in a rounds match for the cup. Channing Tatum is now the Heritage Cup champion.
That one.
Match, there'll be other things going
You know
on.
what? Is the rivalry really going to be for the goddamn cup at this point?
Mortal.
No, it's going to be for Riz. Riz on a pole.
No, it was,
Luka Cruzafino may or may not have cost him his match. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, is he secretly aligned with?
I don't know. I just know he's alive. That's all that really matters at the end of this. All right. Let's move on. We have a PLE on Saturday. It's still happening. Yeah, the show is still happening. Yeah, I'm trying to turn off roll on the bottom here, but it's still going. Oh yeah. But we have a PLE on Saturday. It is Night of Champions. But like I said to Mandy yesterday, the old Night of Champions had all the titles on it.
Correct.
There are 2 title matches on this show.
Was it Night of Champions? Didn't they literally have the banner of every title to finish?
I just said that. I just said that.
To prove on that point, then they have a banner for every single title.
But this time, it's only 2001. But last year, they renamed this show King and Queen of the Ring. I have no clue why they didn't rename it that this year again. Because they should have. Because it makes more sense. Just make it King of the Ring and have the finals and have some matches. That's pretty much what they're doing anyway. But instead, we have the card. It's a good card, though. I will say, though. This card is pretty good. We'll start from the bottom to the top. Sami Zayn is finally getting his hands on Karrion Kross. What I like about I love Karrion Kross right now. He's such a jerk. He's such a jerk. He's victims. Their hair, changing his hair to match them. I love this.
Man, he's how he's talking. It looks like Jason Voorhees.
I'll give you that. So we're finally.
I'm waiting for his entrance with a hockey mask and machete. Call it a day.
Well,
Or you're gonna hear this. Oh no, that's leather. No, that's leather.
still works.
He's great on playing head games.
Yeah, it's awesome. So we're finally getting this match.
He's always been good at head games, though.
Yeah, and that's a basic character.
He's always been good at mind games.
Mind games is what he does best. It's what he does the best.
Especially in NXT when he was
The champion.
whatever. He was something different in NXT. That's all I'm saying. He was something completely different.
Which really holds true is there was a T-shirt he's wearing where there's some like puppet and he's strings, and it shows him like he's like the puppet
Yes.
master.
Yeah, and that's literally his whole character is the puppet master. Literally, especially in NXT, because you cannot lie, he was a completely different person. In NXT.
Oh, I agree. 100%.
Whatever he was in his NXT was amazing, and whatever he did in there was absolutely beautiful work.
Yeah, but I like about it that Triple H is a fan of his, which is why he's getting another chance. I like that. And also the fact that the fans are behind him now. The fans are so behind him that they weren't last year.
Was it? Oh, I'm not gonna say because of it, but because of that one, the shoot promo he did.
I think it helped. I totally think that helped.
definitely
I definitely helped. I think it definitely helped things. The one thing I will say, I don't know what to do here. Because I don't want Sammy to lose in Saudi Arabia. I honestly don't want him to lose it. But I think it's better if Karen comes in this match.
Also, I'm gonna add on to that. Karen hasn't won it.
It has not. No.
He's either lost or just been on the show and hasn't done anything.
But I think this is better off for Karen Cross to win this match. It might be better.
Doesn't have to be clean.
No, it does not. Scarlett's going to be out there. Scarlett will be out there.
Doesn't have to be clean. That's all I'm saying.
So, do we foresee Karrion going to another person and doing the same thing?
I think right now, that's what he's been doing. He did the AJ. He did the AJ.
Targets.
And AJ was one of them. I know that. Sammy's name. I can't think of the others right now. He got involved in the New Year before they turned heel, didn't he?
Oh my God! Imagine Karen dreadlocks. Jesus Christ!
Fucking. Have you seen Xavier lately dressed up like a fucking Godfather for some reason lately? Right? I have no idea why.
Godfather Woods.
Was he Karrion also kind of going after Damien?
I was gonna say Pimp.
Yes, he was for a little show.
Which one?
For the King shows.
I would say Pimp Woods, but I think whole other character.
That's a whole different storyline.
That's a whole other character.
That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. So yeah, I didn't get a pick. Sammy or KO. Carry on. Who's winning?
You know, I'm gonna go for Karrion.
I think that makes the most sense, honestly.
Sammy's undefeated. Sorry, right?
He's only had like matches.
Yeah.
I can't even say that. He couldn't go for the first bunch of years. He couldn't go because of Syrian issues. So there was issues with the Syrian government and the Saudi government.
And then when he finally got there, Jesus Christ, that pop.
Well, I think that's why KO wasn't going. KO wasn't going because he was protesting with Sammy. Because if Sammy can't go, I'm not going. That's what KO used to do.
I mean, they're legit best friends, and one's not going with the other.
Yeah. I give credit to KO where it's due. I don't give credit to it.
You get both or neither of them. That's pretty much what it was.
So,
which I respect that actually.
let's move on to the one of the two women's matches on this show. This was added literally on Monday out of nowhere. You're not going. You're not going.
No, because I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised the show's still going on.
So am I. Well, it was explained to me that the Saudis and Iran do not get along, and the Saudis are more American allies. They've always have been. So it's actually good. It's not a terrible idea to do this show.
It's just more like
it's scary. It's still scary
because the problem.
The weird shadow over it.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to get into too much of the war shit.
Still, it's a weird shadow.
This could be serious as fuck.
This is the second time we're having an issue with the Saudi show.
This could be one of the most. This could be one of the most dangerous shows they do because everything.
Okay, I'm not going to put it that way because they used to distribute the show on active fucking war basis,
right?
And they literally during the show there was shit going on behind the ring during the show and during the show. So shit happened.
As they were getting transported from one air base, they made them wear flaps.
Yeah, this happened. If you watch the videos of the troops, they've had worse cases than this. They've had worse situations than this. An active battlefield.
In my defense, I did not know that.
Yeah, an active battlefields.
But I can see Dominic's real life way saying if they can't guarantee your safety, you're not going.
Oh, before I forget. This Friday SmackDown, very, very big deal. The show's in Saudi Arabia, and it's the last 3 hour SmackDown.
Yep.
Next week they go 2 hours, and it's going to stay 2 hours. So I want to make sure I said that. We talked about it on Sunday show. That's official. Boom, boom.
Official today.
Next week, next Friday, 2 hours SmackDown on 4th of July. Which probably they're filming on Sunday, on Monday, this Monday. But after that, it'll be 2 hour SmackDowns. I am so excited for this.
I'm sorry, when you go to a third and it's like you're.
Well, I have no problem with third. Because of how life is in this house, 3 hours are too long. 3 hour SmackDowns were not. Only because. What else are we doing on Friday? Nice.
Right.
What else are we doing? You maybe pop a gummy at 8 o'clock and we're watching it high. Like, what does it matter to us? We don't care. We just watch Rampage after SmackDown. Like, what do we care? You know what I mean?
That was pretty much a 3 hour show already.
By the way, I still say that when they roast SmackDown on the Rampage is one of my favorite they've ever done.
What?
We've ever done. Oh, did you watch that last Rampage? Which I did.
Yes, because the Death Riders.
The Death Riders canceled the show.
Literally.
They legitimately pulled the plug on Rampage. One of the funniest I've ever seen done. I've never seen it.
And who turned off the lights? Was it?
It was Mox. It was Mox. It was Mox.
No, Pac did it.
Oh, it was Pac.
It was Pac, Wheeler, and Claudia.
Yeah, because Mox was actually on the camera. That's why
Mox
was
and Maria Shafir went to the truck to
They're
turn
in the
it
truck.
off.
They're in the truck.
Okay.
Okay, it was yeah.
Because the whole joke was everyone's in street gear
It was
except
so
for
funny.
Pac.
It was so
Where?
funny.
Okay, speaking of that, where the fuck is Pac's gear?
Probably at home with him right now.
You see,
He hasn't had customs for years.
He's probably has some issues. I have a feeling there's some issues. Fight.
Street fight.
It is Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez.
Rematch.
In a full street fight. By the way, Rhea was on TV this week, so that was a cool interview too. That was also really good interview this week. This is the night actually earlier today. That was a really good interview. Rhea, by the way, really different. Rhea.
Sorry,
Good.
but I do. In a shot, the character's like out there.
Oh, and she's a fucking badass. But anyway, Rhea versus Raquel. Do it one more time in a street fight. When they announced that, I thought this was going to be an evolution for
yeah,
champions.
that's what I thought.
Christian, what do you think?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know because Rhea could win it. Raquel could. They both deserve a win right now. But I think I'm gonna have to go with Raquel more.
You think Raquel's going to
Unless somehow we have a in rip
which would shock me? Which really would shock me?
or to call back from their first last women's stadium match through the stage
That'd be intriguing.
because Raquel powerbomb Rhea through the stage.
It'd be intriguing.
I don't know how they would do that.
Who knows? I'm gonna go. Rhea wins this thing because Rhea needs to. I don't know. I don't think anyone really needs a win, but I have a real feeling they're not gonna have Rhea lose again. She's really a lot lately, including at Mania. But I think Rhea's gonna win this thing. I'm not really sure. I'm torn. This is gonna be a tough one to call.
I think she when going into Evolution.
Whatever she's doing in Evolution. Whatever.
Win.
Raquel's also the one half the title champions, right?
Yeah. Her and Liv are technically still tag team champions.
Right now.
I still think it should be Roxanne and Raquel. I think Roxanne helped Raquel on off.
Right.
So I have a feeling
That's where the storyline supposedly
my
going.
theory on Sunday may happen. The one I said on Sunday where they have Roxanne tag up with her, that might happen. All right, let's move on to an actual title match on this show. The champions and the championship's actually being defended. It is the U.S. Championship, and it is Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa.
I hate you so low.
He actually said it. That's right. He actually said that.
It's a family fight.
So,
Again, we make the joke all the time. The family reunion dinner is going to be very awkward for this one.
I know Solo needs a win.
Yeah.
I know, but Jacob should not lose his belt.
No.
There's no way Jacob should lose his belt.
No.
Absolutely not. Like, let's just be honest here.
We can make it close as fuck, but
I think it's going to be a much better match than people expect.
Here's the other.
Solo can wrestle.
Oh, yeah.
He can. Roman Reigns, for example, brought out the best of like pretty much a lot out of Roman.
Right.
Especially for that.
Roman got the best.
That's what I meant. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, so vice versa.
Best out of Roman. I was just helping you.
No,
I was helping
I think
you.
I was trying to say Solo.
I know, yeah, I was helping you.
But no,
Okay.
because
Yes.
that was amazing. And this match probably will be.
I think he should lose the title.
No, I don't see it.
So,
What I do see, surprised if
The next one coming out.
Solo try to get him to win. It'd be a good time to introduce other faction wrestlers.
Online members.
But well, he can just rename it Families. The rest
Just
of
rename. introducing the family.
The family.
No. Fuck it.
It's not needed.
Been too much for the bloodline. We've had ups and downs. 55 members of bloodline introduced.
I don't go that far, but
Sure, fine. Feels like it half the time.
Audio problems. They're no longer
Because I don't see it win by some
I think you said
godforsaken chance. It's not going to be clean, and I think he's going to have some help.
obvious. Like there's
It's
no
gonna be
reason.
Jeff Cobb.
JC Mateo.
Fuck.
Yeah. JC Mateo.
Again.
But yeah. All right.
At least everyone knows who the hell I'm talking about.
Let's get to the King and Queen of the Ring. Let's do that.
So far.
Yeah, we don't want to time match.
Oh, yeah, the King and the Queen. Right?
Yeah. We want to start men. We want to start King or Queen. What do you want to start?
Let's go with the Queen.
Actually, no. Let's go with the Kings first, because the title of the song, the song from the beginning of the show, was the last.
Okay, got it. Let's go to the King of the Ring. We have it is Rhodes versus Roman. Christ, Cody Rhodes versus
No, Roman took Randy's spot. I know.
Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, and the winner. I know Christian's not happy about this matchup.
No. I'm gonna say this right now.
Okay, I'm making sure our audience.
I'm gonna speak right now.
Hey, hold on a second. Go ahead. Go.
Am I good? I'm gonna speak right now. The match against Jey Uso was not bad, but what the fuck? You kick out of 15 spears, like Jey could not kick out of one crossroads. What the fuck? What the fuck?
He did kick out of crossroads.
No, he didn't. He never did. Jey crossroads at him.
Oh, that's right.
Jey hit a crossroads with him. Cody, he never kicked out of one crossroads.
How many Cody cutters did he do?
A bunch. It was a bunch.
bunch.
It's really super one.
But the problem is, I'm gonna be a nerd here. That's his signature, not his finisher. But the problem is, Cody Rhodes needs to get the finisher. He's kicked out of once. I'm asking for 15 times, just once, to make it look.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Because Jey hits 3 spears. Cody gets out of literally all of them. Cody's one crossroads. It's over. And I get it. You're trying to protect the finish.
The problem we're running into is here. They're running out of dates.
We're running out of time.
Already. We're running out of dates already.
What?
I can't hear.
Oh, sorry. They're running out of dates. That's the problem we're running into here.
Okay.
Already, we've seen the different dates come up, and we're only a few months away. I have a feeling off him in August. But then you got to take a couple of months off to wrap up it.
And then somewhere.
There's people joking around that the reason they had to hang out with Logan was his last. He could have a feud against Logan near the end to help him turn face.
That's really gonna help everyone.
So
That's gonna. Everyone wins in the end. Cena beats Cena turns heel. Everyone gets Logan Paul, get the shit kicked out of him, and everyone wins a win-win, except for Logan Paul. 'Cause fuck Logan Paul.
sure.
You know, part of me wants to say Randy. I really do, only because I would love to see Randy go against John
But
Cena.
we just
We
did
already
that.
did
We just did
We
that
just did that.
in St. Louis.
Yeah, but
And the problem is the logic is they said this is the final John Cena Randy Orton match. They advertised that as the final
It was
Randy
the
Orton match.
final one. We're not gonna do it again. Your logic works. If Punk wins, then I doubt it's gonna happen.
And we'll get to that in a minute.
Yes.
so for all intents and purposes, we can say that Cody moves forward.
Pretty much.
So does that mean he gets a belt and a ring?
No. He's gets the he's the
It's a
crown.
crown.
It's a crown.
This ain't MJF.
It's
What the hell
not
is
it's
that?
not AEW.
No, didn't they do
They
that?
got a crown.
You mean, are you
You're
saying
the
the
crown.
staff?
No, the crown jewel thing. They did.
Crown
Yes,
Jewel's also,
yes.
No, the Crown Jewel is also a title.
That's what he's talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's- Here's the North Arabia.
It's a title, not a ring.
Yeah.
How did
It was both. I know what he's talking about.
Can I say the Super Bowl on this?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a Super Bowl ring for wrestling. That's nice. That's pretty much what it is. It's a Super Bowl ring for wrestling.
All right.
Am I wrong?
No,
Let's go to
you're
the
right.
Queen of the Ring. We have
Green Lantern.
I'm really looking forward to this match a lot. It is Asuka versus Jade Cargill.
That's a good match.
Ooh.
Now here's how this works because they're technically on separate shows. Asuka, if she wins, will face the Sky at SummerSlam. Jade wins, she faces Tiffany at SummerSlam.
It's a win-win for either one.
So, I think Asuka should win this. I want the Asuka with the Sky.
Because weren't they were teammates. Damage Control.
They also are teasing on the Raw this week. They were teasing it this way. Teased it this way.
And Jade Cargill will eventually face Tish Stratton nonetheless.
I have a weird feeling that we're gonna have that match at Evolution or something.
What, Tiffany and Jade?
Yeah, I have a feeling Jade's gonna be Jade. My whole theory is that no matter what happens here, Jade's gonna win the title and Naomi's gonna catch him in it.
Immediately.
Yeah.
She's not even. No, what's gonna happen is exactly what happened with Drew, but not the same thing. Celebrating, knowing Naomi's probably gonna hit her in the back. All I'm saying is, for the briefcase, please cover in like caution tape and like all the colors that she
I'll
has.
give her time. Give her time. Give her time.
Like, please, that'd be amazing.
I think we can have maybe. I don't know if they're gonna catch Jade quickly. They might want to do it yet. That's probably what happened there.
Yeah, but also, the same thing. Hit her in the back of the head with it. Hit her with whatever fin. I don't even know what the hell we're finishing. But it's not the review. That's why. But it would hit her with every finisher. The ref counts to 3 and the title for about like 5 minutes.
Like you're Jaded?
A minute and a half.
Jade Hardwell was finishing with Jaded.
No. I said
Naomi.
I was confused. I think we're
I
talking
said
about.
Naomi hits her finisher. Jade wins the title for 5 minutes.
I got it now. I'm on the same page. I'm on the same page. Anyway, let's get back to this match.
Okay.
Let's get back to this match, please. Oscar Jade.
Asuka.
Yeah, I think Oscar Io makes the most sense. You could headline with that.
Because
Like,
you can put a match together with Jade down the road.
That's Evolution. You have Evolution
Yeah.
coming up. So
I think you just said you can put a match with Jade and Jade.
no, it's a Jade
Jade
coming up.
down the road.
Jade
Okay,
down the
I
road.
think-
No. I think
Jade down the road sounds like some kind of country song. Jade
Probably is.
down the road.
It probably is. Because of the main event,
in the
You
middle.
know,
for the final time, WWE Championship, it is John Cena as a heel versus CM Punk as a face. This is such a weird thing to do.
I'm surprised they didn't break the fourth wall at that one like a few order.
They did. They
Oh, they
did.
did?
Say that.
Yeah,
Punk
they
said
did.
that. Punk said that. But
Again, I like it. I love John Cena, but I like it because now he's heel. He's going back to all the rivalries where he was the face, and everyone who was the heel is now a face.
and some people are kind of like hope that John was gonna do people, but I am enjoying this like John Cena retirement tour. It's actually been a lot of fun. More fun than I
The
thought it was
video
gonna be.
package he presented.
That Yin
on
and
the
Yang video was
yeah.
amazing. That Yin and Yang- Yeah, look it up. It's the Yin and Yang video they played before the pipe bomb redux that we talked about on Sunday's show. It's fantastic.
Corey Graves doing the narration was good. So
The problem is, after the pipe bomb redux that we discussed on Sunday's show, logic says Punk wins. Logic says Punk should win the title. Punk going to Saudi Arabia for the first time. Logic says, but you're not going to go there, right?
not
Or, and this can be a stretch.
okay.
Remember how Cena didn't?
True.
This could lead to a double pin,
True.
Okay.
and no one would win, no one would lose, but it would also show that they're equal. So,
I mean, you're not wrong.
Wait a minute.
it would show, or again, you could just have the title hit him in the face when the ref's down. But mine sounds better on paper because it shows both of them equal, just like pretty much all the time.
Mhm.
And it shows that neither of them technically lost or won.
Damn.
That, I was counting,
Oh, yeah.
but no, it shows that.
Sorry. Good.
No, you're good.
Good. You're still talking. You're still talking. So.
Yeah, my ringing started. It says they're still equal in power, losers to wins. So double pin, and it's a callback to their SummerSlam match.
Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank.
In the Bank, where it was Punk was champion.
Oh,
Cena,
yeah. The second time. The second time it's always time.
yeah, where Cena hit an avalanche German, both got pinned. Cena thought he won, and you could do the same thing. Punk thinks he won, takes the title back, gives it to Cena, and the match ends.
That's true. But
It could be a completely swapped role reversal.
Okay.
And that's something Triple would do.
Okay. How about this theory?
Just
Punk wins. Seth cashes in
No.
that scene.
No.
I don't see it. I see.
No, it makes
no,
sense.
Actually, not terrible. Not terrible.
See, I can
not
see it
terrible.
happening, and then Punk can say, "I got the title," but then he holds it on like a Drew McIntyre thing for what, 3 minutes?
Drew screws him
Well,
over.
that's not terrible though. That's not a
No.
terrible idea.
But I was more going for the nostalgia.
I know, but that's still not a terrible
That's-
idea.
That's a good idea. I was going for the nostalgia route. He was going for the more of the
Logical.
logical route.
That's
Because
actually not a
then,
terrible
with
idea.
the dates Cena's got left, you could turn him face.
Yeah.
What they will do. But the interesting here is that
But I'm gonna. The only person I could see taking the title off of Cena is Cody.
but if they do a cash, then that'd be amazing. That'd be incredible. Absolutely.
Or-
and reset everything.
or-
Nuts.
or Cody wins the title and Seth cashes on him.
Maybe. But if they do a cash in Saudi Arabia out of nowhere, that would be such a reset out of nowhere. A reset. But I guess we will see what happens.
Oh. There's been rumors, but
I
we're not
know.
going to talk.
All right, let's move on. We have one thing to get into. So, people aren't answering our questions this week from last week, so I'm not going to bother this week. But I found something. He sent me a graphic. So I'm going to use this week for questions week. It ties in with as if we were all dealing with 100-degree temperatures this week. All of us were. We went out east after I was down here. A graphic that it was on the screen here. Give us a second. Pop up on the delay here. Pop up on our screen here. It was make your dream barbecue meal with $20. And here's it comes up on your screen here.
Oh my God!
Holy cow.
And there it is on your screen. And let me find what I wrote down yesterday, and you guys can look at this, and you guys can answer your question
Okay.
yourself. And then I'll put this on socials,
$20.
and people can answer this question themselves. So, while they look this over, I'm just trying to find where I actually had written it down, because Mandy sent this to me yesterday. That's why I saved it immediately. Here it is. I said, pulled pork burger, mac and cheese, mac and cheese actually, mac and cheese done. Corn on the cob and cornbread.
Okay.
I said that. I go $20. Perfect. So, like I said, so you good.
I'm going to go ribs. Corn on the cob.
9.
9.
I'll keep count. You keep.
Oh, yeah.
15.
There were 14.
14.
Lemonade.
15.
Popsicle.
16.
Doritos.
17.
And potato chips.
And you got $2 left.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
So, that being said, let's get out of here for today, guys. We'll get out of here
What's
early
the
today.
video on the show?
I did have a video, but I didn't because of that. At the beginning of the stuff here for this week. Let's see if I can get the music working here with all the delays we're having. Must be on next week's show. I will. I just haven't done it yet. No. We're gonna close it off with a song for Woman at Curves again. But it's closing this weekend, and I'm so sad. It's closing this weekend. But this is actually Bird. I think it's the perfect song for what's going on right now in this country. It's not one that from Roman has current. Sunday, me and Christian are going to be on the road. We're going to be in Sheboygan on time. Get away for your birthday. Who knows what's going to happen? Because remember, for the 4th of July. We're trying to avoid that far the best we can. That's all I know. But that'll be our next week's show. Quick last announcement. All in, we have John. And for Evolution, we have Mandy. Yeah, coming on the show. So, that being said, let's get out of here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening to Setup. And we'll get the kinks out as we keep going. So, thank you all for listening. And
what about all the
whole spiel?
like
Yeah, thank you.
The whole spiel. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, hold on.
I was
like, yeah. Probably gonna relax with a friend online. That's about a year.
Wow.
And he's finally on, and is gonna, and then probably gonna hit the better with it.
Okay, cool. I think you're having trouble sleeping lately, so.
And we're on most streaming platforms, including
This is the name. Say the name.
at okay. Wait a minute. You
Ironing and Catalina, yes. If I were a bird, you were a bird. If I were a bird, if I were a bird, if I were a bird, I'd shit on that.
Thank you so very much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.